All right. Had a bunch of things updated software wise today and ran into some issues with uh, the new OBS and some of the plugins and stuff with it. But I think I got everything updated and upgraded and back up to the correct versions, and everything's compatible and compliant, and everything seems to be happy and talking to each other now. Yeah, I think my Armada, my alliance had did some random formations really early this afternoon. I'm still getting used to the daily takedown event being on the like doing the daily stuff, which I'm still in the habit from being caught off guard a couple of times with some of the other events that they've had in the past that were based on doing your dailies. So I've always had a habit of making sure that I don't finish my dailies until after the events reset, so I don't get a day behind. I haven't done any Armada events. I'm kind of hoping that this counts for the G6 ones, but it looks like it might just be the G5 group Armadas. Power gain event. Well, I shouldn't call it a power gain event. It is a material spend event. We're getting a lot of those.
I just wish you knew.
Prototype tech. Prototype tech. Our normal stuff there. Vindicator event today. Board cutting beam. I could possibly do and collect my dailies at reset. I'm sure I won't miss one. It's just 12 hours after the event starts. Yeah, I know I feel like if I wait, then I get that wiggle room that if something weird pops up or happens, then I have a safety cushion. Not likely to miss it, but I've had, like I've had a server go down at 12 or at 5 o'clock right when I'm getting ready to leave work, and have to put in like another 5 or 6 hours to get it up for that evening. Get it up for the next day. I should have looked and see what that research was. Okay, that was a G6 research, which means that I can start another one.
I just wish you knew.
So there's a research spending event, but most of my stuff that I need right now takes common. That's gonna have the least impact on upgrading things. So I'll get that knocked out of the way. Alright, I forgot to reopen my wheel. Good luck to you. Thank you. How you doing tonight, Rentana? All right, I decluttered my wheel spins. I wasn't I wasn't happy with the way things were looking before. And if anybody has any suggestions for anything to add onto the wheel, I am most definitely open to suggestions. So right now I have VIP for a month, have Bean Boozled, I have Marbles Races, I have decreasing my mouse DPI to 100 for 5 minutes, and then I have run a mission. So we'll pick like a random mission, and then I've got temporary tattoos. And then the wheel spins are redeemable by subs, gifting subs, doing a 500-bit cheer, sending a $5 tip, or there's channel point redemptions that can be redeemed for them as well. All right, now all that stuff's out of the way. I'm gonna lead off with Borg. Get the cutting beam out of the way, do my faction hostile dailies. Okay. Should be able to do pretty good with the cutting beam here. And then after cutting beam on these, I'll probably use the cube to go do armadas. And if I have anything left for cutting beam, I can catch that during the armadas. There's very few 67 explorers in this system today for some reason. Usually the system's full of them because people have been up here just hitting the 69s. Which is kind of welcome for me when I'm trying to do the Borg cutting beam things. I gotta set the default zoom level to something else because it should be defaulted where it's at right now, but for some reason it's been defaulting to like all the way zoomed in. I've been noticing it doesn't seem like it happens every time that I launch the game. It's like 2 out of 3 times that I launch the game, the default zoom is set too tight. But I feel like that experience has been the same on mobile too. I know it seems like half the time when I pop into a system, I have to pinch out to be able to even get a grasp of what's happening. Should look at alliance tournaments too. Spend 4,000 epic FKR Armada directives. That's a pretty good one. Acquire 1,600 epic Armada directives. I don't know if 1,600 is a realistic number. $1,600 sounds a little bit high. Oh, I thought that to defeat 3 epic armadas was for 10,000 points. I was like, there's a glitch in that one. Fusion rods, proto matter. Mainly what I'm looking for is 6-star materials. Alright, G6 uncommon gas. So there's most of it there. So 1990. No, not that one. Guaranteed there. There's nothing there. I don't remember if there's mats in here. Well, that's roughly 300, so that should finish that off. Acquire 2,000 uncommon Dominion Solo Armada directives. More gas. Kinda wish there'd be one that had like you know, like acquire 500 rare or something. Got to line a little bit closer with my in-game objectives right now. Could be like an or statement or something that they put on it. X amount of uncommon or X amount of rare, X amount of epic. It'd also be nice to be able to have more than one of these things claimed at one time too. $3,000 Section 31 ciphers. I never remember what the ciphers specifically are. So be able to get 3,000 of those. Ciphers start the wave defenses. That's what I always assume, but it's like I gotta make sure. Especially since it's not something that you really use. Like you use it, but you don't use it to claim a chest or something. So I don't think it sticks in your head the same way. It's just an access key. Yeah, well, most of the 10,000 ones are pack purchases, but a lot of them you can do for free if you have things line up right. And I was thinking that the wave defense pass maybe has a path. Probably have to have the paid side of it. So that's 600. Yeah, that's what I usually try to do too. Is the take the rerolls, but I thought since that one popped up and I haven't seen it in a while, I just double checked to make sure it wasn't an easy one. And somebody else must have refreshed that one, or they took it. Haven't looked at the paid payout yet. Yeah, not on the. This is being studied, so I didn't like being stared at and ran away. Yeah, that's the truth, man. It's like you think that you have something kind of figured out and the plan boiling, and somebody else goes. Yeah, I haven't bought a wave pass Probably since Solos came out that first month. Because it was a good source of extra starts to get bought into the loop. But kind of once you get started in the loop, it loses its value really fast. And they were kind of gatekeeping like some of the wave defense starts too for Section 31, it seems like. I kind of feel like they did like a release or a change on the sourcing on those, if I remember right. Yeah, the solos definitely pay for themselves in the long term. Sometimes it's difficult to keep up with them depending on how hard you're trying to push. I have trouble keeping them. I shouldn't say I have trouble. I have to make sure I'm on top of, stay on top of it to keep my pulls in the artifacts that I'm going for and stuff. But I mean that'll of course be reaching its apex here very, very soon. A lot of those artifacts are getting close to the level where they start switching over to the remnants. Which, depending on if there's any kind of events coming up for it, I might knock a couple down. I save the ones that don't do like a real big impact to the game. I save those for the upgrade events. I think one of today's daily events was about artifacts. Oh, that's the opening of the token packs. So I think maybe tomorrow or Saturday there's the event for upgrading them. The SLB. So I might throw what I got available in for that one. I know I've got some masteries that I'm a little bit itchy to upgrade. What do we have on 4 cube event? So I'm in 49th place right now. I'm gonna pull the cube back and get that set up for armadas. I'm also gonna send out my survey ships. I forgot to do that. I gotta continue mining Epic. And then I might remember if it's tonight or tomorrow night be able to get an upgrade on the Recon Locust building. So I need to do rare for tomorrow's pull. So I'll send these out for rare transigen. I don't need to do the hostels today, so I'm gonna skip that portion. And then I'm gonna send Reliant out. Actually, I'm gonna see what I can upgrade on Reliant. I'll probably do 2 weapons then. Maybe 3. I can do 2 weapons and armor. Or do 1 weapon and armor, or 2 weapons. I'll do 1 weapon and armor. I gotta reset that crew. That was from Wave Defense. I was doing a Wave Defense last night. Need a captain. Kind of a fun game to see which ones are closer. I need to set up one of these. Do I have an extra? I don't have an extra preview set right now. Yeah, maybe. I could get rid of one of these if I had to, but... Alright, so I got Vale, Joaquin, Alana, Harry Kim, and leave Doc. Yeah, leave Doc. Alright, so those ships are all happy. And blow through a couple armadas real quick. Actually, I should start with this one. And then I don't know if I can beam anything here in one shot. No. I don't know where that other 60... Yeah, that's where the other 67 went. Thank you for the follow, Betcher Kims234. How you doing tonight? Oh man, it didn't repopulate yet. That's fine. I'm almost dead anyways. I don't know if that's enough to get the Vindicator event wrapped up, but that was a good chunk of it at least. See if I can get that 69 before it goes boom. Nope. Well, kind of. All right. Vindicator event probably has like one left. No, I did finish it. 2100 is such a weird. 2100 is such a weird number. I guess it's arbitrary, but still. Or B track hymns 2, 2, 3, 4. Play the sound alert for you. For some reason, sound alerts decided you weren't deserving of having a follow notification play. Okay. So daily takedown need to finish still. The villain's arc events. I already did my mission key for today. Battle pass point overflow. Multiphasic hunter. I don't think there's any packs that are making me drool. Armada destruction event. We can start working on that. Rise to power. This is research materials. Buildings and research. Buildings and research is a much tougher area to spend on. The last time they ran this, I could do a lot of it in the buildings. I gotta see. I think that I don't know if I collected that syndicate one yet today. No. So I should get the points for that and have that first milestone complete. $80K syndicate points? Heck yeah, I'm always for that. Okay, so syndicate contract, innovation. So this is prototype tech. Prototype tech. And this one is upgrading prototype tech. Apex, March, and ahead of curve. Cutting beam. All we have to worry about with this one is if we want to get any of the leaderboard points with that. I was at 49th. Is this based on docking? Does this score on docking? That's interesting. And then, yeah, artifact hunt. So we can skew that one. I don't remember if any of this stuff pays out the artifact tokens. I know in the faction store, I can get them through there. The isomatter might pay off some of the... No, that just pays off the artifacts themselves. They don't give you the tickets for opening them. Okay, so there's a little bit here in the forbidden tech. This is all part. If I save up this pull, I might be able to use that for... Alliance tournaments tomorrow or something. Oh, my miners are already out of things to mine. So I think I still have the one tournament left to do. 6-star gas. I wanted to make sure I had it claimed before I finished doing the last I had in the Continuum Refinery here. Oh, there wasn't anything good in there anyways. Antigen aggregation. Champion trophies already. That's not that bad. That thing's already got 500 of them sitting there. Alright, I'm gonna run through faction store real quick. Get this out of the way. And then get the artifact. Get the artifact pulls that I can out of their stores. I stopped doing the 300 chest pull or the 3000 chest pull in these factions, and I started doing the elite recruits. I still don't even pull recruit tokens hardly ever, but I should just pull a bunch of them randomly one night. Oh, I'm at the maximum rods. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to find an excuse to spend some fusion rods, I guess. A little bit of a shame that they haven't gone back and updated some of these older chests to have a little bit of a 6-star sprinkle in them. It would be much appreciated, but I always have something I need to swap out or unlock. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm really bad about is not swapping. I try to keep things like universal as much as possible, and or have it devoted to the ship. It's something that I prefer to not think about, which I know isn't the correct way to do it. But I'm also starting to unlock a lot more of the better epic techs. So now I'm getting a reason to actually swap them out, because like before I had, like one good PvP one for my big ships and one good PvE one. Now there's getting to be some extras mixed in that have, like the armada capabilities or help with solo armadas, or whatever special abilities that they have. And some of the hostels are getting tougher again too, so you gotta strategize a little bit more. So I got trial bills to do yet. And I think, yeah, I gotta do wave defense again tonight. I think I'm gonna pull my wave defense battle pass. And run a couple of them. Whatever it takes to get me underneath the max number, the cap number. We have another treasury already? Didn't we just have one? We just had two. Yeah. That seems like the treasury hasn't closed this month. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, that's choice. Choice is a good thing. It's just weird. Unusual. Okay, so I should have all of the artifact token tickets that I can get. It's unfortunate that that one's on cooldown still, but it lines up with most of the times this event runs. Ooh, I can only open up 2 of those. Alright, math time. Okay, so we need 228,000 points. Divided by 650 a pop. 625. So we need 365 temporal disruptors. What's something that's kind of close? I don't know if the Trident's in there. Stone of Memory. Stone of Memory is a really shitty one. I think Borth Time Crystal is the one that I'm working on the most. Base damage versus hostiles. None of them are not unlocked. I think it's mainly these 3. Yeah, Borth Time Crystal. Let's see, 34. $34 takes 6,800 of them. That's more than enough. Perfect. Let's see if there's any partial nodes I can finish these cargoes off with. The system must not be getting a lot of visits because I feel like I've already cleaned up the majority of the nodes here. Alright, so that's the dailies finished. Boy, the last refresh on the away teams must have been a really shitty one. Those are like my two officers that I don't really want to send out on that mission. They have extra uses for better ones. It's kind of like Warrior. I don't think Charvanek's worth sending out on the Warrior one. Alright, away team Lita. What do you get from anything decent from any of the rebooter ones? Some of the export credits, maybe. Otherwise, it's just the points to complete the dailies, I guess, is the only real benefit. I can start skipping that a little more often. But trial bills, I'll do trial bills. I do need to go through all my ships though and make sure that any of the newer ships that I have that could use any forbidden tech applied have the slots unlocked and have something assigned to it, because I feel like I've got way too many of them unassigned right now. That must be the chaos tech. Forbidden tech, I'm doing pretty good about keeping them in places. The chaos tech, I've got 3 of them unassigned. I might just swap some stuff around to spend down the tokens. Or, well, I guess maybe there's not really a benefit to having them spent down. I guess part of that would depend on how much of that changed in the Ogmon Exile refinery faction store. Because if it changed the other stuff in there in a negative way, then it'd probably be worth doing something about. But if it didn't affect the other things, probably not a big deal. Reliant is down for the count. Angel Brat. It's always interesting to be on a mature server and see some of these brand new accounts. Like, I generally just assume that they're other players from our server. You know, just making an alt account. So I can probably spend a little bit of time grinding Augment Exiles. Starting to fall behind on rare just a little bit. I really need to get the Reliant up to be able to hit the rare. Actually, with those updates, maybe I should see what it'll do with the 52. Okay, perfect. So I should be able to claim my trial belt pack out of the ship, out of the building packs tomorrow night. Okay, that one's done. All right, switch back to Augment Exile preset. Okay, I did do that right. I thought I hit back before I actually applied the officers. So I'm going to send this one out there. Kill the chaser. Well, not kill. Kill the chaser's attempt to kill us. Foil the murder plot. We get a few good licks in on some regular hostiles. Try for the DY, so if we do die to the DY, the trip was at least somewhat worth it. Because there's nothing worse to me than sending the ship out to a 68 system and immediately sending it back as a wind boom. Even with the insta warp, still feels like a giant waste. All right, so we took on a 52 this time. We lost our shields. Last time it caught off in the middle of round 2. There it is again, middle of round, well, end of round 2. That one made it further. So next tier up, this thing's really gonna open up into the 50s. Because next tier up we'll get the third below deck slot. And I can swap in what do I have? I should consider swapping in shield boost instead of weapon boost. I don't know why I don't have it that way. And we died. See, that was not worth it. That would have made me sad. It still did make me sad a little bit, but not as bad. Alright, so we have an opportunity to swap this crew. And this ship might be starting off too small with too small of a base to really make the shield beneficial. I do have Rutherford on here. He's 100%. He restores 2%. Scotty is 100%. Once we get Scotty upgraded, he's gonna be fairly useful here. I'm actually gonna just overwrite this crew immediately. Do I want to? That should be fine. Hi Scooby, how's it going tonight? Ah, ship died. That's 2 deaths now. I need a death counter. Heck at it. It's you know, it's kind of funny. It shows up more blue on camera than it does in person. It's a very, very, very dark blue, but the camera light makes it pop. Dead. Idle Retro, I need to really make that a command.
Lights out, lying in your arms, and these
I haven't done a timer quite like this one. I need to put this in my... gonna be a little more complicated of a command than I need to have it be. In the long run, I'm gonna start off simple. Oh, where did I put it? Okay. Did I not create it? Okay, I did not create it. No cooldowns. Anybody can run it. There we go. Okay, command triggered. Persisted variable. Dead ship. Oh, good. We fooled the hostile ship. Okay. See if I can figure this out on the fly here. So I need to get a variable. Okay, ship. Ship is free from its chaser. Get these queued up while I finish writing this command. I haven't played much with some of the variables without anything that was based on a plugin. And the Reliant lasts a little bit longer there. I might have something configured. Might have something configured where I'm not showing the right group to be able to modify. Of course, the app's been updated, and I don't remember where every single thing is at. I'll work on that tomorrow. I'll make sure that I have something ready for next stream. Of course, I'll have to start it off at like some stupid number like 987 or something. Aha. The last one.
Which is the...
All right, so I've got to finish claiming out these things.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
It doesn't feel like all of the things. Although it is. Okay.
It's all about humanity.
Get Fuse trials collected before I forget about that, and event resets. Alright, more away teams.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
That's a good use of Nero. I don't know if I have any other charming. Oh, I do. Okay. I used up like 2 of the other charming officers before. Don't want to send 5 out on a mission. There have been a lot of pack purchases today. Holy moly. Alright. Any other events that need to get done? That one's meta. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, I got wave defenses. That's right. So 400. I think that was the max. they want you to keep. It is perfect. So we're at that. So I'll do one defense wave tonight. And then I think tomorrow night was when it resets. When it resets fully. Yeah, that's what I ran into last night. Or the night before, was most of these officers were gone. But that should work. Let's send the surveys back out for another load of rare. And then load into our elite waves. And then wait for the wait for the surveys to actually arrive before starting. Otherwise we'd have an unnecessary ship go boom. Ooh, that's kind of a tie. I'm not sure which one's gonna be here first. E? G. The one that realistically should have been there first. Well, thanks for redeeming the Ryan the Ryan spin free. No, thank you for redeeming the free spin, Ryan. How you doing tonight? Okay, make sure that I've actually got that ship set. Spin me, daddy. Let's get that wheel brought up then. Oh, where are you? Okay, that's the right thing. There we go. It just wasn't going for some reason. All right, let's spin it. So we get a worm. I've got barbecue cheddar or Mexican spice. Oh wow, you're mining the hell out of this transigen. I can barely force myself to do it. How are you doing, Strange Tamer? Yeah, it's not fun, but it's definitely something to do. Thank you for the follow, Lakolta. How are you doing tonight? Any preference for a flavor, Ryan? Is cheddar, Mexican spice, or barbecue? Mexican spice is the middle one for me. I had a cheddar the other night. Mexican spice, I think, might be the best of the flavors. I think it's got the best odds. I mean, it should have the most flavor, at least. It definitely looks like it has flavor. So a little wormy worm. That's a real worm. It's cooked and flavored. That definitely has more flavor than the cheddar one did. They're not great, but they're not bad. They come in these little packets like this. I'm intrigued to know what is in the Genesis system. 32? I think we could find that out pretty easy. I'm sorry, I thought it'd be a gummy. No, that's fine. I am always interested to try new foods, so it is not an absurd thing. There's not much in the Genesis system. I'm guessing that was a mission point. Like during the Augment Exile arc, we had we probably had a mission here. Probably like when we're introducing stuff. Add the sour ants. I'll have to do that next time. I didn't get too far down the path of weird food things to have. Okay, let's kick off this wave defense before it times out. Thank you. I thought there were a lot of miners. Yeah, I would have kind of half expected it to have at least been, you know, like some level of mission or the regular augment hostiles in there. I'm kind of surprised that it was just Bear. You had a sour aunt? One time I pranked my mom's sister, I had a sour aunt. I don't know if I've ever really done any kind of a prank. Like, my idea of a prank was like scaring somebody when they're coming around the corner kind of thing. And I definitely had sour aunts over stuff like that. While you're doing everything, I am lazy one. Transition mining, solo wave, and I almost feel bad now. Well, the transition mining is passive. So like it doesn't take much effort, so I usually try to keep that going, and I'm trying to make sure that I get my double pulls so I can keep the artifacts rolling through. Because I mean, I think as soon as the artifacts, finish getting maxed out and everything, it's pretty much time to hang up on doing a lot of the transigen mining. And I feel like it's getting close. Like they might introduce something in the future that keeps it fresh a little while, but oh, I did the last two backwards. There's only one bad thing about the eating the bugs. Those legs stick around a little bit. It's passive and I still don't do it beyond a single pull. And solo wave is not that bad either. It's just so much focus for that few minutes. Oh, I know. Especially the solo waves, I do this absolutely as little as possible. I'm out of the credits, so it was kind of my turn to do it tonight. But I want to keep on opening up things in the section 31 store. Just got to keep up with it. I'm a bad STFC player. Oh, you can't say that you're a bad one. You're just making choices, which following through on the choices that you want to make in the game, that makes you a good STFC player. That. Okay, beam. I didn't realize that ship wasn't going to be capable of killing the second one. Or the first one. No, they're not going to give me credit for it. Oh well. Ooh, I got by with a little bit less damage on the Kaskari than I normally do. I'm out of credits and it's on my list. I just hate the focus. I totally get it. I completely get it. There are days where I have zero interest in participating in wave defense at all. This is one of those days where I'm just perked up and ready to roll and just ready to take it on. I've been putting it off for a long time. I just claimed the wave defense battle pass thing. So I had 5, I think it's 5 starts here. So yeah, it's I pulled those tonight, and then I just got to get it back down to under 400. So gonna do 2 runs here, and then I won't have to worry about it for another 4 days or so. I'm Ops 58. I have to do 4 waves of the Elite G5 twice. Oh, you have trouble with that 5th wave? Yeah. GS31 will definitely help. Is it just me, or is this the worst arc in memory? It depends on what you mean by worst. It's been smooth. I don't think there's been a lot of friction with the events or anything. And haven't really seen a lot of stability issues. The events have been not extremely engaging, and it's been very, very, very simple. But the it's just kind of allowed me to sidestep and, you know, go back and catch up on some of these loops that have been stacking up, because I've been able to focus on getting the Revenant maxed up, working on the starting with the Reliant, getting the Reliant into the rotation, and Relativity, just kind of working on getting that thing I'm gonna say maxed up, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And just continuing the grind with the Vindicator, and working on the Eviscerator. The Eviscerator's starting to get to the point for me where it's starting to get to be a useful ship. I shouldn't say useful. It's not quite useful, but it's able to get into the G6 territory. So I'm able to use it to do most of the Gorn loop for me, instead of having to rely on a different ship to do it. Where am I going? So yes, the events have been extremely boring this arc, but I appreciate the opportunity to go back and redo some of the old content. Especially with the Augment Exiles. Like, Augment Exiles was such a long, and I shouldn't say long, it was such a heavy grind that I kind of did a little bit more than the minimum there, but I'm taking the opportunity now to go back and finish up a lot of things with that and kind of get things tied up. Working on the research now primarily. I mean, I've got Khan, I've got Joaquin Max, I've got Reliant now, so that's kind of on autopilot for the most part. But with the way that they've been fumbling the flashpoints and stuff, it kind of allowed a little bit of time to go backtrack while they were resetting things. Which I appreciate. I appreciate time to be able to go up and clean up old stuff. Getting things ready for archiving is kind of exciting too. I don't know what's going to be next for archived stuff, but putting a pin in things is very satisfying. And then I'm 67 here, so I'm kind of in that getting ready for G7 type stuff too. I don't plan on going G7 like day one when it's available, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm progressed as far as I can take myself without having to really spend any money after it. I'd like to get at least well into 68, comfortably in 68, and then ready to hit 69 at any point. While I'm complaining, I hate to switch the Officer Depot token for weekend SLB. There's only so many good officers you can buy with those. Yeah, I haven't been spending them that much, and I'm a little bit afraid that they're going to, like turn around and take them away. Like I imagine at some point they're gonna switch them to a different token or something, or there's gonna become a premium one, or something's gonna change with them. There we go. That's what one of these defense ways is supposed to look like. But yeah, I'm a mix on whether the officer tokens or the officer choice tokens are a great thing or not. Like, I love the choice. Choice is good. As long as the choice is worth it. I mean, it comes down to choice too, whether you want to have them or not. So like a lot of times I don't put much effort into doing the SLBs anyways. The competition's usually fairly crazy, so like I'll try to get like the bottom tier. Try to either get like a 27th spot or whatever is in the pay, whether it's top 50 or top 25. Just kind of try to save for it a little bit, but I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like, a lot of the officers don't give me a lot of interest. They took them away, it wouldn't matter to me. I already have everything good. Keep them in some way, but removing the ARC officer from SLB sucks. Well, as long as they introduce him back into this, it wouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, like TNG, I don't really have anything there. Symbiosis, like Vale and DeMarco are good pulls. Unimatrix, I would have said Hugh, but he's coming to transporter pattern, so that doesn't really matter too much. Voyager, Janeway's a good pursuit. Enterprise crews, I'd say that Phlox and Tucker wouldn't be bad targets. Enterprise Data worth going as far as you can. NT Troy's good. I mean, T'Pol, Strand, and Sato, they got their utility in the mining stuff for below decks. It's not great, but it's something to spend them on if you need to. Depending if you like PvP or not, there's a lot of the Mirror Universe officers in here. Like Nurse Chapel would be a good pull for me. Pelia would be a good pull. I think Una was coming into transporter patterns too. Sam Kirk is in there, I guess. Sam Kirk wouldn't be a bad one. Yeah, Sam Kirk and S&W Kirk is in here. So there's choices. There's definitely choices. I think I've been spending a lot of mine on Quasi. Quasi and Giorgio have been kind of my focus. Actually, these three have been my focus. Anorax, Giorgio, and Quasi have been kind of where I've been sticking most of my tokens. They put them in depot quicker, yes, but all of the rares, you likely have them by now, and all the good epic you can get from the Augment or DTI. Now it's all tied to the stupid Ascension event. Yeah, the Ascendancy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. No, the Ascendancy one I liked. The one that's running now I don't like. The one that's running now was a little bit worse for me. There are no other partials. Well, we got the system cleaned up good. Yeah, because this Rise to Power stuff, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, the Chalk really... He doesn't tickle my fancy. S&W Carol I could get behind, but again, this is one of those ones where I won't aim for top spot on this. 20 shards and God only knows how much you have to spend on this. I mean, that's 80 million. That's a lot of materials. Unless I had them all banked up and were ready to go, but man. I have mixed opinion. I have mixed feelings on the old way. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was easier to get a lot of the officers. Some of it might be that it was just clearer direction on what you needed to do to get there versus, you know, kind of picking your own path. I mean, that's kind of one of the setbacks of the officer token is there's not that clear direction that says if you want this, you do this. Like, I don't even know what these event stores are. They're kind of breaking everything down into such weird categories that I don't even know what half the stuff is anymore, too. So we did run an event kind of like this last couple of months or whatever. I don't feel like these ones are particularly worth it either. I mean, some of this ties in for being able to complete alliance tournaments if you're doing the pulls for G6 stuff, but that's not really scoring much. It's progression. I mean, they pay out really good rewards. Like, you're able to move through, do upgrades and stuff at a faster pace. I don't feel like it's anything that's putting us behind. That reminds me. I should have looked to see if there was any indication of what the next. There is a building and research thing here. That's not much better payout though either. Oh, fusion rods. I gotta spend a couple fusion rods. I need to find if I have a ship that I need to put something on. Like, I wish that was something that was really easy to see from the ship menu here. I probably don't have anything on this yet. That was aggressive. I could put this one on there. Red matter. Where it belongs. No, it isn't. It'd belong in the Gascari. So the next thing to look at is specialty ships. Because like this one doing Armada thing. Shield health. This ship could use some shield health. It doesn't particularly need to have the no, that's assigned to a ship. Valoran radiation can go on here. And then the torpedo pods. Torpedo pods can go on this one. And then I could put red matter here. I need to figure out which one's got. That's gonna be the Revenant that has that one. Yeah, I want to leave that there. I keep on going to officers. That increases hull health. I'm getting close to unlocking a couple more. Aren't I? No. That's Chaos Tex again. Okay, well that is ready for when the next Chaos Tech one goes, I guess. So that should free us back up for Augment Exile claim. I don't think that changed anything else. I think it just dropped the fusion rods out of it when we hit the cap. All right, I'm going to grab a quick break, and I will be back right after in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. We got 25 minutes to event reset. And I'm gonna send my ship back out for more transigen. What do I got? I have just a little bit over, a little bit extra for tomorrow. So uncommon and rare. So probably 2 full rotations of rare left, and maybe even 3. And then 2 rotations of uncommon. I can work on uncommon tomorrow. I did double check to make sure that I updated for the wheel spin. F is the winner this time. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go try to grind some more Augment Exiles. I might be close to what I needed for Epic. I am, so I'm gonna go do Rare. Because I desperately need to catch up on Rare. Which that means I'm gonna switch Crew for loot. Walk Carol's out on mission. Oh, that's too far. Where's the dock? Right there. We'll go to that system. I'm going to send the Reliant back out. So I'm going to put Rutherford up there. I'm going to see if Worf does better than what Picard did. I got a feeling that he might, because that he had some like mitigation or something. I think that little bit of mitigation would be a little more beneficial than a little bit of critical damage. I've still got worm in my teeth. What do we have for a haul here? 115 billion. How much can I take care of? $10 billion. Okay. So that's a definite no. Did I kill that DUI already? Or did it disappear? Oh, I just did kill it. That's a good amount of rare. Sorry again. Don't be sorry. Like, I'm the one that put these things on the wheel. I would much rather eat the worm than throw them out, I think. Worms aren't bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's got like a similar texture to like a almost like a pork rind. There's like a little piece of pork rind almost. That's just a little extra. Okay, maybe Picard was definitely better. But I mean, there's a bunch of other things that are up on the wheel too. Not just the bad things. I mean, even the not so bad things aren't that bad. Because we still got the Bean Boozled beans. VIP for a month. Like I said, I'm open to other suggestions if anybody has any other suggestions for something to put on here. I got temp tattoos. So like these ones, I don't know if this will show up on camera really well. Just cute little fun tattoos. Nothing real special. I got a marbles race on there. Marbles on stream. If anybody's into that game at all. And then running a mission. Definitely open to other ideas though. I'll say this, the worms are definitely better than the beans. I was watching another streamer last night and I gifted subs on her channel and she had to do a wheel spin and she landed on the Bean Boozle bean and she got a bad one. She had a rough time with that. It's one of the fun things. The wheel spins and the chances is always something that's kind of fun to play with. Oh, I'm so used to doing the high level systems that I always skip the interceptors, but I don't need to skip the interceptors here. Oh yeah, those rare splices are stacking up pretty quick. So what did Shipsy do? So Syndicate Reaver, and then it died on the 52. Interesting. I'm actually surprised that that died on the 52. Because when I had the card here, it didn't die. I guess the critical hit damage can play better off of the ship ability. But that's isolytic damage. Maybe that is the better combo. I'm kind of hoping this ship, the GS-31, it's going to be up to be able to get all these things upgraded around the time that the next event for upgrading those ships comes around. That's good. So Eviscerator can be upgraded. I don't need to upgrade it because I can do what I kind of need to do with it. But I do need to start working on that research. Are these all PvP? Those are PvP. That's Zindi. Hostiles are invading entities. So when I get this, I'll be able to unlock the actually I could probably unlock that tonight. I don't think I went through my Section 31 faction store all the way. Because I was all the credits. So I only need two of the blueprints for the Inaran. That's one chest. And then that unlocks that. And this is meant for the Eviscerator. That's Apex Isomatter. I don't think Apex Isomatter is the one I struggle with. I'm pretty sure that it's the Volatile Isomatter. Yes, the Volatile Isomatter. Okay. That goal is met. That's GS-31. The Protector, I think, was just freshly upgraded too. That'll be a while before that's ready. Vindicator. Vindicator might be getting there. I think that's the last specialty ship. Okay, Reliant died again. So Vindicator, we can get a tier up on this guy. Is there a Vindicator efficiency exocomp? There is there is a Vindicator one. That's refined epic. Okay. So I think I'm gonna save all that for a decent spend event because I want to get some more event store currency. Or do we got everything that we need? We got everything we're gonna get out of that. So that's completed. That's just the pass points. So I've got to see. That was all that I needed out of here. The Revenant I'm done with. Relativity isn't the priority right now. That's another 1,000 parts. We got 3 days for that yet. Yeah, the last time that this was up, I actually did a bunch of the Stratagema tokens. I think I went like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 or whatever that was. Speaking of which, I don't know if I did my third. I've not finished that one yet. So I need 1,000 uncommon gas. This is only gonna give me 300. We'll do one of those. And then one of these. And that should finish that one off. We're getting relegated right now. Not by an awful lot, but... Ooh, I must have missed one of mine already. I did not do all 3 of my tasks yesterday, apparently. Probably did the same thing where I did 2 of them and completed the third one halfways. It'd be kind of nice if there was like a notification spot that you have one pending. Like right next to where the helps pop up. Right there, like a task pending. Alright, is that cube full yet? Not quite. Probably like 2 more. Oh yeah, that should be perfect. Alright, we'll pull that back. How many do I have? 328,000. Alright, that'll be enough to get me tomorrow's pull. Uncommon, I'm good. Epic, I'm good. I think I'm gonna make one more rare run. Daily reset in 1 minute. Holy moly. That 24 minutes went fast. There, I didn't get a jump on tomorrow's meta event. How close are we paying out a milestone for that one? Reset lag. I didn't make it in time. There it is. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I abort this or not. Well, I don't care about the event store right now anyways. So, yes, tomorrow we should get the first milestone of the meta. But doing the daily completion isn't going to score enough points. You're going to have to wait for the hidden chest tomorrow. Which I'm guessing is going to be in the event store. I think I left, yeah, let's say there's at least one of these that had a partial depletion. I almost expected in the away teams list. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it would fit there nicely, but that would be a really cool spot for him to sneak one in. Or some other messed up spot. Yeah, I was trying to think about like what faction store they could be get one left in. All right, so I'm gonna send this back. Leave us searching for hours. That would be really hilarious if there was one that was that elusive. Like I could see a bounty put out on the Discord server waiting for somebody to find it, you know? Like it'll be tucked away It'll be tucked away in inventory underneath other, in between one of these other random pieces of garbage. That would be a good hiding spot. Is this one even getting attacked? Somebody steal my hostel. I don't know if just attacking one randomly would cause it to respawn. Or attacking somebody else's, maybe? Or if I just have to go to a different system. That one's not here, is it? No. I haven't had a problem with anybody sniping one before. I'm guessing it just glitched at reset. All right. See, you got a DY in here by any chance? Negative. Waiting to see if he's gonna get any weird plans. I was hoping maybe when that respawn cycle happened, I mean, that one would pop in. Oh no. That one got stuck. I've got to actually go through the Alliance Tournament store too and see if there's see what else there is I need to grab out of that. When does this one end? 3 days. Twist. Just these last 3 that were stuck in the queue. Looks like it. All right, let's finish off faction store purchases. So I got that. Try lithium. That's only a couple more nights now. I might have to start looking at these other artifacts because I might be getting close on these ones too. Okay, so that's all we need there. I already did GTI, didn't I? Oh, tomorrow's arenas again. That's right. I forgot to do arenas last Friday, so I'm excited to be able to do them again this Friday. Does it say what time those start? Not the villains, but do they have the one about arenas? It does not look like they had the one about arenas. I'll have to look on Discord for that one. I want to know what time that starts, because I can start that whenever. When did they announce that? Was that part of the monthly patch notes? Oh, they didn't actually put the time that it starts. We'll probably be pretty close to full by that time. I'm gonna send miners out to uncommon this time. G. G. I might be able to park the Reliant for a little while until it can get built up enough to be able to do the 52s. Or like 54s would be perfect. 54s. There's not a lot of point in doing the 52s. All right, that one's full. I got 350 that time. That's a pretty good build up. So it's like half of what I need for the next pull. So no, that's all that I need for the next pull. And then I'll be able to just do runs on epics for a couple of days. And then hopefully by that time, Reliant will be able to start hitting in the 50s. All right, let's call this a night. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Appreciate the time. I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon. Definitely gonna get some action in on arenas and get an opportunity to check out what the new arenas things are about. Hope everybody has a great Friday. We're gonna go ahead and go raid Kree.